Hey everyone, welcome back to F1 2021, the official video game, part 3 of our My Team career mode. This time round we're in round 3, the Portugal Grand Prix. We had a pretty bad run in round 2 at Imola. Hopefully we can improve on that this time round and try and get some more acclaim for our team and get some more money coming in. As we jump straight in, we've got a issue with the durability department they want us to take a look at.
How do you want us to deal with this one?
Okay, so they want Joe to come to a recurring meeting. If we agree, morale goes up, but as experience goes down. That's the opposite if we decline. I think we're going to. I think we agree with this one. We want to keep the morale high. And he's been doing pretty well, so the drop in experience shouldn't be too bad.
Not an easy decision, but you handled it well. Thanks.
No worries. So we've got a bit over a week until the Portuguese Grand Prix. As we head to the activities page, I think we really just want to focus on getting team acclaim. We just want to try and get some more secondary contracts, get some more money coming in. Money's pretty scarce for us, so we're going to focus on that. Maybe even some resource points as well. So the sponsor advertisement and the sponsor event definitely get the team claim up. It's going to cost a little bit of money, but we can deal with that. I think power equipment upgrade, yep, get the power team up. So we managed to get to claim level 5, so we're going to go with Zyneto as our other secondary sponsor. There we go. That'll get us some extra income each week. We just got to answer 2 interview questions each race weekend. R&D screen, we got a couple of Aero team upgrades that went on before the last Grand Prix, and we've also got a chassis one just completed. 1,000 resource points to spend, so we got to focus on. Well, we've got a few things we can go with. I'm pretty sure we go with the powertrain one here, the reshaped combustion chamber, which or not. We do have to focus on durability as well, so we're going to focus on improved gearbox materials. Durability's got to be a big thing throughout the season. It's a long season, and yep, so we do go with the powertrain, just a bit of fuel efficiency there. Hopefully make the car a little bit lighter, a little bit less fuel we need in it as we start advancing time. And now the marketing department needs us to look at an issue as well.
Could you take a look at this for us, please?
Okay, so they want us to look at investing more money into race weekend merchandising. 50k gets us 750 acclaim. If we don't get anything.
Thanks. I know these kinds of decisions can be challenging, but I think you made the right call.
It was the only call to make, really. 50k is not much, and all that team claim puts us up to claim level 6. As we start advancing time towards the Portuguese Grand Prix, and we head into race weekend as we go into practicing. So practice completed, practice 1 we ran through ourselves, quick practice for the other 2, just try and get the rest of the resource points and boosts, as now we head off to qualifying. As we see the team there working hard, getting the car ready for qualifying. As we come around the final corner down the straight, qualifying underway. I am quietly confident on this course. I do quite like this course, although as you can see we are not very quick as we've got Verstappen now on first. Those front runners are pulling away from us easily. It is only round 3, so we're not too fussed about that. But the speed we have out of the corners is what's really going to help us out. It's just the AI don't seem to accelerate as hard coming out of those corners, at least not the cars around our performance level. But using as much of the track as we can, go a little bit wide there. We almost gone to the gravel there, managed to hold it on the road. We are falling a long way behind Verstappen now, but that's alright. We're not focusing on the front guys, we just want to stay ahead of the rest of the back markers. As we're in 16th place now, as we come around to the slow left-hander and at the start of sector 3. And now this long right-hander where you can kind of accelerate early to get out. And then full throttle around this long final corner. You can just get your foot down and just go for it around there, which is what I like. And qualifying complete. Not the fastest, but definitely good for where we're at. So P11 is where we're beginning, ahead of all the back markers and half of those middle cars as well. And Tsunoda, Vettel and Ocon all slower than us. Guan Yu Zhou, our teammate, in 21st, second and a half slower than us. But with his performance for the first 2 rounds, I'm sure he can get some more positions heading into race day. Well, in race day, as we check out our rivalry against Ocon. We're up 1 point on him, only because of our qualifying position. Team acclaim, our driver acclaim is going up nicely. Team acclaim level 6. Really trying to boost that up as quickly as we can and try and get some more sponsors on board as we head now into race day.
The Formula One circus has made its way to the southern coast of Portugal this week, and it's preparing for what I expect to be a terrific race here in Portimao. .9 miles of track at Portimao, featuring 15 turns, 9 to the right and 6 to the left. There's a lot going on here, a lot of elevation changes that will affect the driver's braking and acceleration. Keep an eye out for the DRS zone on the final straight. That will be the setup for a lot of today's overtaking chances. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today. But I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
It's time to take a look at our starting grid for today's race. Max Verstappen put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he starts from pole position, and Valtteri Bottas will line up alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Perez, Lando Norris and Leclerc, Ricciardo, Sainz, Gasly and Fernando Alonso. The captain, Tsunoda, Sebastian Vettel and Ocon, Stroll, Raikkonen, Antonio Giovinazzi and Mick Schumacher, Russell, Latifi, Joe and Nikita Mazepin. And now it's time to head down to the track.
So that's the starting grid for round 3 here in Portugal. We're going to go mediums to softs. 9 on the mediums, 8 on the soft compound tyres. We've dropped the fuel down to 17.5 laps because we have been over-fueling the car a little bit. Hopefully that will give us a little bit of an edge on time, as we've got 5 red lights ready for round 3, and we're off and away here in Portugal. ERS enabled right off the bat. Really want to try and keep some track position heading down here as we have Tsunoda coming up the inside. We managed to keep him out around the outside as we get caught up in traffic here right behind Gasly, heading into turn 3. We get on the inside of him and Sainz. We managed to jump into 8th now. We've gained 3 positions after 4 corners, and now all we have to do is try and hold on to as much of this track as we can, as the front markers are all just pulling away from us. We're not going to be able to keep up with the likes of McLaren, Red Bull and Mercedes. All we want to do is try and get as better position as we can at the start and try and hold on as long as possible from there. as we as we're trying to keep Signs out. Oh, and a bit of contact there from Signs. Just try to go around the outside of us. We holding up a little bit there as the Ferrari has a lot more power than our Cross GT Racing car, but we managed to hold them off as we head round onto the long right-hander at turn 14. Really stretch the car's legs now, heading through 15. This long right-hander heading downhill. Max Verstappen now posting the fastest lap of the race on the first lap, obviously 1:23 as we come through at 1:29. 6 seconds off the pace, but a good first lap. As we've got Signs coming up, we try to give him the room. We go wide, he doesn't take it. As we now head around, brake. Signs right there, he's right behind us. We managed to hold him off again. It's going to be trying to keep these middle marker cars behind us and trying to keep Signs at arm's length. But we'll do what we can. The longer we can hold these guys up, the better our chances will be at a higher position at the end of the race. And potentially fewer positions lost in the pits. As far as I know, we are the only car that's running mediums. Everyone else is running the softs, so we go very wide there, and Signs comes through for the overtake. Very wide at turn 11, but we're following right here at turn 13. He's not pulling away from us yet. But this here is sector 3 is I would say our strong point. It was our strong point in practice. It's also our strong point here in race day so far, as we're actually managing to keep pace with Ferrari.
Enabled this lap. You can use it when within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
So that there, thanks Jeff, will help us out a lot, having the DRS activated, especially if we're using it behind Signs in his Ferrari. We're keeping pace with him, which is great for us, because we can now activate DRS on him and he can just tow us along, which hopefully will increase the distance between the rest of the pack as we go wide again. We go wide through turn 5. And Signs just pulls away, but he's still within a second. We can keep this gap, keep him within a second. We can keep activating the DRS, getting towed along, increase the gap to the cars behind us, and put us in a good position come the end of the race. As Gasly is coming right up behind us, he's right on our tail as we circle around turn 11. That turn 10-11 corner is a really tricky one for us. It's blind, and the racing line actually sort of goes straight through the middle of the track. There's no sort of inside, outside, inside sort of a line there. Signs now 2 seconds ahead. That Ferrari just really motoring away from us now. Half a second to Gasly, so not too bad.
Top 10.
Thanks Jeff. It's good to be in the top 10. And for the team to notice that, as we've got a little bit wide there at turn 1, but we can use our acceleration through the corners to catch up to some of these other guys ahead of us. I say other guys, I mean Signs, as Ricardo is 7.5 seconds ahead of us.
Gap ahead is 2.1 seconds.
Thanks Jeff. 2.1 seconds to a Ferrari. I'm happy with that. It's only round 3. The car's not competitive to those guys at all, but you know, we're still, as we cut that corner, no warning on that one. We got lucky there, but we need to watch that and make sure we're keeping our line right, not pushing it too hard through the corners. As Gasly again coming right up behind us, we managed to keep him out there at turn 11.
Caution.
Oh, and something's happened here. Is Hamilton now in 7th position? Hamilton's off the track there. What happened there?
The track is clear. Green flag.
Okay, so now green flag running again. So if we take a look at the replay, Hamilton here following the line. Oh, and it looks like it kind of looks like he's just gone from no throttle to full throttle. and put the car into a spin as he tries to turn. He stopped right in the middle of the track. Okay, so that's where we come past. Yep, that's us there. So he reversed back across the track, and now we have a safety car, I'm assuming because of that spin there from Hamilton, which is good for us as most of those front markers actually pull into the pits. We're now in second position behind Sainz, and with the safety car, no one being able to pass, that's good for us. We can maintain second for a lap or so. Now it's just all about keeping up, catching up to Sainz. As we have now caught up to him. Safety car in front of us here. So it's been 2 laps now under safety car. It doesn't look like the safety car is coming in this lap, as some of the other back markers are still catching up to the leading pack, to the queue. So we're going to go a 3rd lap on safety car here, which is great for us, as it means that we're going to have that extra time to keep second position, which will only help our chances at a higher position at the end of the race. So we shouldn't have to run very long before we come into the pits.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Aye aye Jeff, as our pit manager there, letting us know that the safety car is coming in this lap. We're going to try, I think, if we can time this right, we might be able to have a run on Sainz here. We're in P2, not effective P2, as most of the other racers have already come in for their pit stop for the race. As we're now going to try and make our move on Sainz. ERS activated. Green flag running west side by side. Sainz down the end straight. We brakes early, we brake late, we go on the inside, and we end up getting P1 over Carlos Sainz in the Ferrari. This is great for us as we take a look at the replay. So we went a little bit early, but then we managed to fix it side by side most of the way down that straight. We just keep the inside and we push him out. He has to brake, he has to slow down. We increase the gap there, but that gap is not going to hold for very long.
We're leading our teammate by 7.8 seconds.
Okay, Guan Yu 7.8 seconds behind that. By the looks on the map, that puts him probably about the middle of the pack, so that's great for our team. Pit stops are still to come though, so that will affect our finishing position obviously, but definitely a much better position for us now than we had before. As we lock up those tyres, Sainz comes right around, contact there from Sainz. We managed to keep him out though, heading up into turn 13. This sector 3, this is definitely our strongest part of the race. As we come around, we brake, heading through turn 14, we're taking that really well, accelerating hard. We probably could have accelerated a bit earlier, but that's alright, as we can go full throttle around turn 15 down to the end straight. The AI cars tend to
give us the best in lap you can.
Thanks Jeff. Some of those other cars that were following us have actually gone to the pits as we go wide at turn 1 again. We're now 2.7 seconds ahead of Sonoda, who's in second. Hopefully Sonoda can hold up some of those other cars behind us. We know we can get Sonoda, we've done it before. We're pulling away now. Hopefully the other guys can't really get a good line on him and pass him. He'll hold them up, it'll give us even more time to get into the pits and give us an even better position coming out. As we're going to try and push the cars. We cut that corner a little bit there. We're going to try and push it as hard as we can. Boxing the end of this lap, we'll be heading onto the softs. As I'm sure some of the other cars will hopefully be pitting this lap. Some of the ones on the softs to go into the mediums. but we'll just have to wait and see. 2.5 seconds to gab now. They are closing in on us a little bit, but not too much. Oh, as we go onto the gravel there at turn 13. That's uncharacteristic of us. We're pretty good through that sector.
You're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
That's fine, Jeff. We are boxing in. This lap will go very wide at turn 15, but that's okay as we're heading into the pits now. Pit lanes. I'm still trying to learn where the lines are, how far I can push it. It looks like Sonoda, Ocon, Stroll, possibly, all heading into the pits as well. P13. I'm happy with that. Latifi and Schumacher also in the pits. 2.5 second pit stop. Not too bad.
That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops.
Thanks, Jeff. As we come out turn 1, we go side by side with Gasly.
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
Thanks, Jeff. DRS back online. We do get a warning for the contact with Gasly there, but we managed to hold on to P14. 7.5 laps of this race to go. We're on the softs. Every other competitor should be on the mediums, which should give us a little bit of an advantage against the rest of the pack, or at least the back markers and maybe some of the those middle teams as we head around up to turn 10 and 11. We lock up the wheels, but we take that corner relatively well as we can see signs up ahead of us. Not focusing on trying to pass signs. We're not really going to be able to catch him, even with the difference in the compounds that we're using. However, there will be some cars ahead of him that we will be focusing on trying to catch up to as Giovinazzi heads into the pits. And Stroll's in the pits as well. I thought he came to the pits last lap, but that's fine, as they're now heading on to the hards, which is great for us as we now take P12. That should now be everyone in this race through the pits. The rest of them should be running on either mediums or hards, which is great for us. All we got to do now is try and maintain P12. We just want to get sort of as good a finish as we can. No real expectation for wins or anything this season. We just really want to be competitive and try and get the car as good as we can as we come down the end straight.
Teammate ahead is 8.5 seconds.
So our teammate, after we just posted in a new personal best for ourselves, 1.5 seconds faster than our last personal best, our teammate Guan Yu Zhou's actually in front of us. 8.5 seconds, I think Jeff said. So we're P12. Zhou's ahead of us. On the map it looks like he is P9? P9 for our teammate. If we can hold on to this, that's an excellent result for Cross GT Racing. As we circle around, oh, that corner there's so hard. You don't want to accelerate too early because of the angle of that corner. You can spin so easily. So we brake early in 10, go through the middle of 11. We cut 11 a little bit, but we managed to accelerate out. A slower sector 1 and sector 2 this lap, but sector 3 this is where we shine. As we come round into turn 14, coast through there, accelerate early, go as wide as we can, get as much speed as we can. We come through 15, a bit wider than we normally would, but we keep the foot down while the AI usually starts to slow down. Brake somewhere early in the middle. Going wide at 15 there meant we had a slower sector 3, but only half a second slower overall for the lap. We are making gains on Mazepin now, though. Mazepin 4 seconds ahead as we circle up through 10 and 11 here. The gap to Mazepin 3.5 seconds. But as you can see, as we accelerate out of the corners, we gain that time back quite easily. Half a second gain there up to turn 13.
We have 5 laps of fuel remaining.
Okay, 5 laps of fuel. So we underfueled the car a little bit. That safety car definitely helped us out. Either that or it used more fuel and it actually hindered us, but that's alright. Oh no, 5 laps we actually overfueled the car. My maths is a bit off there. A whole extra lap worth of fuel, so we might have fueled it perfectly, and that safety car for 3 laps actually allowed us to save quite a bit of fuel. As we circle through turn 4, we're now only a second behind Mazepin. We're within DRS range now. Zhou now in 10th after he was passed by Sainz at some point, so we can see him as well. 4 laps left, or 3.5 really, as we come around turn 13. We're now right behind Mazepin. We had a faster sector 2 this lap. Sector 3 again our strong point, but now we're chasing Mazepin. We have to be careful here. We don't want to have any collision there, and we don't want to take any damage as we go around the outside. And there it is, the AI tends to brake there on the inside and we take the outside. We're much easier than we should have.
Brilliant. Nice move. The gap to the car ahead is 2.4 seconds.
Thanks, Jeff. 2.4 seconds now to Zhou. It's 10 and 11 for Cross GT Racing. Really good position for us to be in. As we circle around that very slow turn 3. We're not quite in DRS range now. Zhou, obviously in the same car that we have, has good acceleration out of the corners. It's all about how much you can utilise it. Quicker sector 1 that time, so we've got some good time here. If we can just keep that going through 2 and 3, we might be able to gain some more positions by the end of the race. 2.5 laps left. As we come down around turn 9, pushing the car as hard as we can. Turn 10, no lock up there at turn 11. We've taken that really well, a little bit wide actually at turn 12 there, or turn 11 I should say, through 12 up to 13. We lock up at 13, but we can accelerate out sector 2 faster this lap as well. We're going for a good lap here as we accelerate. We're in Zhou's slipstream. He goes to the inside, we go around the outside. They slow down on the inside there. Oh, he comes out.
3 laps of fuel remaining.
Thanks, Jeff, as we almost collide with our teammate there. And a slower sector 3 for a slower overall lap. So that sector 3 we're actually losing speed in now as we go very wide through turn 1. But we managed to maintain P11 as we lock up there at turn 3 and go wide. Oh, we go wide again at 4, so our line there not very good there, trying to push the car too hard. But P10, we're actually in the points now. 1.5 laps left to go.
Is 2.3 seconds.
Thanks, Jeff. 2.3. It's actually now 2 seconds to Russell. We've got 2 turns left, and then 1 lap after that. I reckon we try and make a go at Russell. We see what we can do. I mean, through that turn there, just through turn 15, we've now closed the gap to just over 1 second.
This is your final lap of the race.
Thanks, Jeff. We're now only 1 second behind Russell. We're now within DRS range. We could push this. I mean, Sainz is 7 seconds ahead in front of him, so we're not going to get any better than 9th. But at the same time, we don't want to push it too hard and then lose a position and fall out of the points. We're less than 1 lap away from getting some championship points here, which I didn't expect we'd get this season. So we're gonna try and go for Russell, but we're gonna be careful. Oh, we go wide. We managed to maintain the speed as Max Verstappen crosses the line, taking the checkered flag here in round 3 as we circle around through turn 12. Alright, sector 1 and 2 not very quick, but sector 3 is where we can gain that speed. We're right behind Russell now, 0.3 seconds, 2 turns left. He's going slow, he's holding us up, but we try to take the inside heading to turn 15. He's going to pull across, he's going to slow down, and we take P9 easily down to the checkered flag, and that is P9 in round 3.
Pick up rubber and bring it home.
Thanks, Jeff. That there. I can't believe we actually got that high as George Russell takes driver of the day. What a race from Cross GT Racing.
That's it then for the Portuguese Grand Prix, and what a sensational victory they've managed to pull off here. Anthony, tell me, what was it that helped them achieve this success?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
The drivers are en route to the podium as we speak. What a fantastic win for the Red Bull team. They performed exceptionally today, keeping us firmly on the edge of our seats throughout the entirety of the race. Congratulations to everyone at the team.
And there we have it. Round 3 completed here in Portugal. Cross GT Racing, what a day. 9th place for us. We gained 2 championship points there. Oh, that safety car really being the fact that they got us there. 3 laps under safety car. We came out of safety car P1 and managed to hold on to some track position. Walk away with some points. Guan Yu Zhou, our teammate, finished in 12th. Came up from 21st. What a day. I don't even know what to say about that, but I'm happy with that. That was a great race from us. That's only going to boost our team so much more than I thought. As we take a look at the driver standings now, Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas both in, well, 1 and 2, but 51 points each, tied for the drivers' championship at this early stage in the season. Lando Norris in 3rd, 9 points behind. Lewis Hamilton 10 points behind in 4th, and Sergio Perez and the other Red Bull 12 points behind. So the top 5 races all within 12 points. Should be an interesting season with those guys. Red Bull now only 2 points behind Mercedes after their performance today. McLaren 28 points behind them, so it's really only a two team race at this point, but it is only round 3, a long way to go, and a lot can happen. We're now up in 7th on 2 points. We jump ahead of Alpine and Williams. Oh, what a race weekend for Cross GT Racing. I am really happy with that. Couple of points in the bag. Wasn't expecting any points this season. I really enjoyed that. If you did, leave a like, comment down below and let me know what you thought, and what your thoughts are possibly heading forward, what you think we should focus on, what we can do. Share this, and if you're not subscribed already, then please subscribe. It would only help out the channel. And I will see you all in round 4 of this F1 2021 season. See you next time.